Okay, back to The Troop by Nick Cutter. So right now we are back at the cabin with Shelly the sociopath, Kent the 6 foot 200 pound 14-year-old, Dr. Jim who's locked in the closet, and then the guy that was strapped to the table that's no longer alive or functioning. And Shelly had fed that really cool worm to Kent. And now Kent is infested. The doctor is infested. Shelly probably infested too. We're not sure yet. So then he meets back up with the boys, and the boys are like, bro, what's wrong with you? Like, what happened? And he was all like, oh, well, everybody's, deceased, and we don't really know what's up with Kent. And they were like, what the fuck? So then he had grabbed walkie-talkies from the cabin, and he decided to put one in Ephraim's backpack. And for a real fucking snarky reason, for a little crazy reason, So they're camping around the fire and stuff like that. They're like, we're gonna sleep over here, but Shelly, you have to stay over there because we you give us the creeps and there might be something wrong with you. And he's like, oh, okay, that's cool, whatever. And then he sees Ephraim, and he's like, hey, what is that? Do you see that? I saw something on your thumb under your nail. And Ephraim's like, no, you didn't. No, you fucking didn't. Fucking lie again. No, you fucking didn't. And Shelly's like, are you sure? And Ephraim's like, no, I'm not sure. But he was like, yeah, man, I don't got it. I don't have it. And then Shelly's like, okay, well, good night. And they all go to sleep, right? Well, they wake up in the morning and Shelly's gone. Shelly's fucking gone. And guess what Ephraim was doing all night? He was sitting there being like, oh my God, do I have it? Oh my God, do I have it? So he tells Max and Newt that he's going to stay behind and they need to continue on because he might be sick and he doesn't want to go with them, and he's just going to stay behind, and there's nothing that they can do or say to make him keep going because he's just he's opted out. He's opted out of this adventure, and he's like, pass. And they're like, oh my God, guy, come on. And he's like, no, fuck off, goodbye. And so he leaves, and then the two boys, Max and Newt, they leave. And Max is like, man, that's my best friend. That is my very best friend. How am I supposed to just leave him behind? And Newt is he's a guy with glasses. He's very nerdy, and he's overweight. And he's like, well, sorry, it's just, you just have to deal with me. I guess thanks for letting me tag along with you. And Max is like, no, Newt, we're friends. And Newt's like, you don't have to lie to me, we're not friends. And so then we get to learn a little bit about Newt. He is troop friends with them. He's not really school friends with them. And he's very isolated and nerdy, and people make fun of him for the things that he likes. So he decided he was going to create a fake profile using the picture of his cousin that had passed. But his cousin that had passed was very traditionally, he had a very traditional look. And so he decided to use that picture and name the kid Alex. But Alex had all the exact same likes and dislikes and point of views as Newt did. So now he sees tons of people are requesting to be Alex's friend, even though Alex says all the nerdy stuff that Newt says. But when Alex says it, people laugh and they think it's really cool. And when Newt says it, that he's a nerd and it's gross and he's creepy. And so that's kind of where Newt's at. So as they're doing stuff, because they're also delusional from lack of food because Kent ate it 2 days ago. So they're just wandering around this island with no food, starving. And that's one of the signs. If you have a worm, it's oh, you have this uncontrollable need to feed. Well, and then Max he's just a normal kid. He's a normal kid that hangs out with his group of friends, and he's he has a mom that's really like overprotective, and like she's very, very smothering and stuff like that, and he's just like, well, you know, like my mom, like I can't wait to get back to my mom even though she's the way she is. So they're like leaving, they're like searching for the boat. I don't know what they're doing, they're wandering around again. Was not paying 100% attention. Let's go back to Shelly. So Shelly has gone back to the cabin to fuck with Kent some more. And he has a walkie, you know, the twin to the one that he left in Ephraim's backpack. And then he's all like, so Ephraim has been sitting in the middle of the forest, sitting there, staring at his thumb, like trying to see if he feels anything crawling in his body. He's sitting there like praying to whatever he believes in, being like, you can have the thumb. If you just stay there, please just don't turn me into what you turned everybody else into. Like, please don't do that. Like, please don't let me have it. Please don't let me have it. And then all of a sudden, it's the fucking walkie. And it's like, it's Shelly. Ephraim, are you there? And then Ephraim's like, Shelly, what? And then Ephraim's all like, do you feel it? Do you feel it moving? Are you hungry? And then Ephraim is all like, man, this is not how I want to die, with talking to you, because you're a weirdo, and like if I just have it, then I just fucking have it. And he's like panicking. And then Ephraim's all like, or Shelly's all like, I know you're hungry, huh? Did you see that hunger? Do you feel it moving? Do you feel it moving in your hand? And then Ephraim's like, man, stop it. Like, stop. Like, please. Please, I don't know what to do. And Shelly's like, I have an idea. And Ephraim's like, what? What is it? Shelly goes, do you have that pocket knife that your mom gave you? And Ephraim did have the pocket knife. And he's like, yeah, why? And Shelly's like, well, I mean, you could try to get it out, you know, like get it before it splits into other ones or gets deeper. So that's exactly what Ephraim starts to do with that pocket knife. He starts to dig and try to find it. And it's getting crazy because all he hears is Shelly being like, did you almost get it? I bet you just missed it. You should try again. You know, just try to be a little bit faster this time. Try again. Do more. More, Ephraim. If you don't do more, it's gonna get you. And Ephraim is like panicking. He's all like, man, I can't do it and I need some help. Just please come help me. And Shelly goes, I'll be right there. Just tell me where you are. So Shelly shows up. Ephraim has really tried to find it, and he's not doing well. He has lost a lot of his fluids, and he is delusional from sleep, loss of fluids, like the whole nine. And he's like begging Shelly, like, Shelly, please get it out. Please get it out. And Shelly's like, sure, I can get it out. Do you feel it? Do you feel that tickling in your ear? And then Ephraim's like, I do. I feel it. I feel it. And Shelly's like, cool. I'm gonna get it. And then Ephraim is no longer around. He's no longer present. And Shelly's all like, man, that really wasn't that fun because he started begging me at the end and it was just like, pathetic. Shelly has the worms. He is completely invested. Oh, and by the way, Ephraim didn't have the worms at all. Shelly was just fucking with him enough to the point where it got into his head, and then he believed it because of fear. And Shelly being a psycho, this is getting really long. I'm going for a part 3. Part 3 and we'll be done. I promise.